Hey Tanya, it's Leslie. Okay, so I'm going to try to recreate this ad for you and show you how I did it. I hope it works. But basically, what I did was I started with the file, new, 5 by 7 image, um, just like that. And then I um, created these shapes here, as you can see, with the custom shape tool. So the second thing so that would be right here. And I went, hold it down, got a custom shape. And if you go up there, there's the shape. You fill it in with the color that you want. In my case, I did turquoise and yellow. And so I drew it, let's see, to fill up the whole page. Missed it a little bit, so I created it. Okay, so then to make sure that each of the following arrows were the same size, I basically just duplicated the layer, and it puts one right on top, so I moved it to here, and then I duplicated the layer again and pulled it out, and I can't remember how many I had. Let's see. I had 4. So I would need one more. So I would duplicate it again. And I'm thinking maybe I might have the size wrong. Hang on, let me go see. Image size. No, it's 5 by 7. Okay, so anyway, so now I have all the shapes. I'm going to move these shapes a little bit. Maybe that's what it is. I think I have them moved over too far. So I'm going to move them over. Line them up here. Okay. Now, in order to get the picture that fills up some of these shapes here, you go to the one that you want it to do, which is the second one. Open a photo. Let's see here. See if I can find some photos here. Let's see. Okay, so here's a photo. So open a photo, drag it onto the the card, the ad, whatever you want to call it. You have to make it a little bit bigger. And sort of fill up the whole space here. Okay, and it's right, you have to make sure that the photo layer is above the shape that you want to incorporate it into. And then you right click, create a clipping mask, and there it is. And it fills up that. So you just kind of move it to where, you know, what you wanted the photo to show is showing up. So that's how you make that. And then you would add another one for the other arrow here and just make sure it's above that particular shape and create a clipping mask. And then for the rest of it, it's just simply font. I created, you know, each of these are individual layers. So you can see that the 14 is its own layer. The 20, I use the to make it go up and down when you do a text layer. Let's see. So if you do a new layer, create, click on the text, type your text. So it's 20, and then you highlight it, and then go click on this, and it switches it to the right thing. So this was just a matter of sizing it to fit underneath that 14, as you can see here. So I just had to work with it to get it the size I want. Then the rest of this is just simply text layers that spell out what I wanted it to spell out. I used a line here, which is just the line tool. Back at the custom shape tool, just choose line. And that's really it. I think the hardest part was trying to figure out how to get the photos into the arrows here. And you can really do that in any shape. You can actually incorporate a photo into font if you wanted to, just by using a clipping mask. So let's say we did a layer, new layer, and we did huge text. You have to make it pretty big, and typed senior. And let's move that over here just for a second. And then let's take that same photo and move it above senior. create clipping mask, and then you have to move it over, and look, now that photo is in the word senior. So if your word was big enough, you would be able to see it better. But basically, a clipping mask will make you do it in any shape that you want. Um, so that's how I did it. I hope that helps. You could do any sort of shape here, or any sort of ad. You could do simply just font. You could do a picture on one side here, and then all your font over here. That actually looks pretty cool with the arrows that way. Just make sure it's not showing. Well, you'd have to size it to not show, like maybe right there. And see, that looks kind of cool with the arrows going like that. And then you can put all your font over here. So anyway, I hope that helps. And if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks.